Arrays are a powerful tool within PowerShell. They allow you to manipulate lots of different data and get back results and go through it. You'll be using them all the time. Often, if you're new to PowerShell, you may not even realize that you're using an array. They work pretty seamlessly, but we're going to point them out. The simple definition of an array is a variable that holds multiple fields. I'm going to quickly go to the definition here. If you want to read it, by all means, go ahead. This is kind of a textbook definition of array. I'm not going to waste your time. The concept is it just holds multiple fields of data. So let's show it in an example. A string is actually an array of characters. This word, my array, is actually composed of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters, or chars, or characters. All those are synonymous. A character, 7 of those together creates a string, and that string is stored in this little field called temp array. It's just a variable, and PowerShell realizes, oh, this has the ability to be viewed as an array, so I will give those capabilities. And it will store all of these character values in an index. And so, for example, the first character will be M, then Y, then A, then R, then R, then A, then Y. And it will then index those values, and you can interact with them by calling out their index number. The indexes in PowerShell and in many computer systems start with the number 0. We normally start counting with 1, and so we'll say the first element is the number 1. But remember, this is a gotcha, that the first element in an array index is 0, and so the index 0 is the M. The 1 is the Y. The 2 is the capital A, and so on, and etc. Just remember that, and we'll be able to show this being used in many different systems, many different examples. I'm now going to demo this in PowerShell using my Ubuntu terminal. One of the things you'll see if you've been following my videos, I like to show this stuff off in Linux because I like to show that PowerShell is not just a Windows system administration tool. It can be used in many other aspects. Find the tool that works for you and use it. If PowerShell is that tool and you're on Linux, use it. There's nothing wrong about it. It is a product that is completely supported inside Linux and Mac. And so I'm going to just do this, my array value equals my array. And if I just type my array value, if you've watched me do my stuff on strings, you've played with normal variables, there it is, it just comes back. But what you realize, I can actually call out those values, those index values. And I'm going to go, and you call it out by putting a bracket and then the index value you want to do. So there's my 0 and closing the bracket. If I do that, I get back an M. If I put the number 2 in there, I'm going to get a capital A. I can get, by jumping to 5, I'm going to get a lowercase a. And if I go too big, I just get nothing back because it jumps off the end and says, oh, yeah, there's nothing there, so it's blank. That's as simple as it is. With a string, you can do that. Let's show other examples of this. If I use get process, I get back a whole list of processes. If I assign that to $PS equals get process, I can $PS and I get back all those processes. But I can also bracket 0. Let's go clear this, put this up at the top. $PS 0, and I'll get the 0th index, the very first element back. I can do 3, and I get that. A little cool trick, you can actually go -1, and that'll actually give you the very last character. So 0 will be the first index, -1 will give you the last index. All right, let's show how to do this with making another one from strings. I'm going to do some string, and it's really simple. I'm just going to go John, comma, James, and Jim. If I do that, we can see immediately that they're lining them up all on top of each other. That's very much when you see values lined up like a column that you're working with an array. And just to validate that, I can actually go, let's go here. If I get back James, we're working. Perfect. We can also do some int and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. In this case, 5. I just skipped 4. Sum int. If I do that, back it comes. I can call these out. I'm going to go grab the third element, which should be the number 5. It is. All right. Another really cool feature. Let's do really cool equals 1 dot 10. This will actually, it's smart to say, oh, you got the numbers. You want all the numbers between 1 and 10. And there you go. So you can fill out arrays, fill them out with numbers really, really fast. Arrays are pretty cool. Let's go show if I want to add something to an array. I've already got really cool, but I want to add the number 11 to it. I go plus equals 11. And now if I write really cool, I've got 1 through 11. If I want to change the arrays, let's say I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I want 6 to be 5 as well. And I want 6 to be the number 100. So it's the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5th element. Really cool. 5. Let's just validate. That came out as number 6. Yep, and we want it to equal 100. And 6 is gone, and 100 is in its place. That is very simple, running through some of the things you can do with arrays. They're a great tool. You'll use them often. I use them all the time when I'm writing in PowerShell. I hope this adds to your knowledge, and this makes you better have more functionality with your PowerShell at home and at work. If this video was helpful, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. That would really help, and I hope this continues to help you in your progression of learning PowerShell at home and at work.